You live?
Waiting for it to say so. Yep, we're live now. Hi, everybody. Healthy. You're
Hooray!
very good at getting here early lately. You show up here like
Hooray!
before everybody else. Good
I'm
work.
a candy eating baby. I'm eating candy.
Yeah, so today we are playing all of the Game Boy SpongeBob games. It says Game Boy Advance here, but one of them is Game Boy Color, and we're going to start with that one.
Yeah, Game Bob.
Game Bob Color.
This one we're starting with, I've played it before. It's actually pretty fun.
Open.
It's not like great, but it's pretty alright.
You have notifications set up on my announcements channel? Oh, nice. Oh yeah, we have one new emote now, by the way. I'll put it in the chat. There he is. The other one you may have seen had an issue where it said all versions must be the same image, even though they were, and I'm not sure. I couldn't figure out what exactly the
Rip in peace.
what they needed, what they were looking for there. Oh, hopefully, yep, this covers up my logo. Okay.
Yeah, so this game.
What? It closed. What the heck?
Uh-oh.
Also, that emote comes from Glitchily, so thank you to Glitchily for that one.
So this game didn't review well. And it's generally not even liked today.
Huh.
But I don't know. It's weird.
I saw
just played it a few
briefly.
days ago, and I thought it was alright. Like,
Yeah, I saw it briefly on
there's nothing
Vinesauce.
super remarkable, but there's a couple of cool ideas in there.
Because he was playing a bunch of Game Boy Color games. Oops, wrong thing. I want this one. And then I want this one. Hello?
Yeah, we got this baby going on.
Show it to me, please. There we go. What? It closed it. What the heck is going on? I mean, technical difficulties, apparently.
Well, this is not fortunate.
You saw it for a second, right?
Yeah. Looks like it's time for the technical difficulty song. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know what's making it crash.
Na 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 na. Technical difficulties.
Every time it gets captured, it crashes. That's the problem.
Na, na, na,
Did you see that? It gets captured and then it stops. That's an issue. Obviously, we need it to be captured. I have an idea here.
Technical difficulties.
I think I may need to make a new game capture every single time.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, I have to set it up separately each time.
Oh, heck.
There. That was the problem. The hook or whatever seemed to be having an issue with it, or causing it an issue.
Yo ho,
Okay.
yo ho! Near the hooks, I'll never go.
There we go.
I think there's hooks in
For the
this game,
capture
but
method?
I can't remember.
Okay, so that's
It came out in
solved.
2001, so like, I think that's like.
This is the
a year
same
or two
people who
after
made
this
all of the
happened.
who made the other SpongeBob games. You know, Vicarious Visions, THQ. They
Yeah,
made the Game Boy
THQ had
Advance
the
ones
publishing
too.
rights for a while. Before Activision got the publishing rights, but then Activision did a terrible job with
Listen
the
to the
license,
sound
so
effect when
recently-
you switch options. So it's just. What kind of a sound effect is that for switch for the menu?
Well, you really gotta feel the impact of it, you know?
What are the? Wow,
Famously,
such
SpongeBob
options.
is known for having impactful menu sounds. You had to,
Welcome, my
you had
friends,
start
to
on
Bikini
strong
Bottom.
footing.
Let us join, SpongeBob. Look out, SpongeBob. Riveting so far. What is this? He has uncovered something. Wow, Mr. Krabs will know what this is. He will? Mr. Krabs, I found a statue.
Like, some statue in the middle of nowhere. And he's like, you know what this is?
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs. My boss.
By Great Neptune's beard, that statue marks the entrance to the Dutchman's underworld. It does now. A long time ago, in the city of Palm Bay, there was the master fry cook who ruled with the golden spatula. What is this? But Mr. Kabluvius buried Palm Bay, starting the grease fires that ended the greasy civilization. What? As legend has it, the Flying Dutchman took over the city's ruins, and his first mate buried the key to the city somewhere in the Goo Lagoon. Hi, Shan.
Here's
Mr.
my
Krabs,
question.
I found this
Is
weird
Palm
statue.
Bay-
Pulls out the dead space marker.
Is Palm Bay
Oh, no.
supposed to be Pompeii?
Find that key, boy. If you get the golden spatula,
Did
I'll be
everyone
rich. I mean, you would be Master Fry Cook. Now you'd better go home and get your things. Oh boy, people complained about the sprite of SpongeBob in Battle for Bikini Bottom. How about this SpongeBob sprite? Press the A button to use item or accept. Press the B button to jump. Why is there such like a good gradient on the top there with the dialogue? Why is that so smooth? This is Game Boy Color. Press up to talk to your friends.
What can I say?
Whoa, that is a massive jump. SpongeBob really gets
he does have a big jump in this game.
and he dies
I mean, I guess
because of
he's
nakedness.
underwater.
He dies to nakedness. It's like ghosts
Yep.
and goblins.
See, that's one of my favorite things in this game. Is there's a lot of like small ideas in here. They're just kind of fun.
Not only is it like a really tall jump, but it's a really, really stiff jump. Hi, SpongeBob.
Honestly though, I really appreciate the sprite work on SpongeBob. Like I like the way they shaded the side of his head.
Look at that strut. Also, this is what they did with SpongeBob's, or excuse me, with Patrick's character for this. Just hi SpongeBob. Look at how angry Squidward looks. This is like ultra grumpy Squidward. Oh, it's you. What? What?
Some of the characters look really bizarre in this game.
Look at what am I? This game. What is? That's all you have to say? Oh, it's you.
Oh,
God.
the live symbol? I think that's an ammo symbol.
Yeah,
I think that's supposed to represent
that's his bubble wand. Yeah, I got that. I was confused about that too, Shan. Go talk to Mrs. Puff. Who are you? What do you mean go talk to Mrs. Puff? To
You
downtown.
gotta talk to Puff. Hey, I just noticed, where's the
Not even
ears on
punctuation.
Squidward's house?
I was wondering that too. Press select to view your game menu. Did you see SpongeBob start
Well, that's
moonwalking when
another
I pressed
thing, look,
select?
He's got his idle animations.
Uh-huh.
Oh, they made his house look pretty good.
Equip item. I can have a jellyfishing net too, huh? Wow, he twists his body. What? What? That's an enemy? Bubble bass.
Yeah, why not?
I went to college. Why does this get me laughing so much? It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot to make me giggle. Road
He
closed.
went to college, you know, what can I say?
I went to college. Out goes the hunt.
Isn't
SpongeBob
that
me
animation
Bob.
when he swings his net, though? Isn't that just great?
Yeah, I was just commenting about that.
They were
range on
really
his net
gonna
looks
go
horrific.
through the color.
To outer town.
Those jellyfish look great, too.
Hi, SpongeBob. Boy, the dialogue gets like less and less, like with each successive character I talk to.
Krabs is probably one of the worst.
Oh, look at this crouch animation.
Yeah, I love it. It's so good. He goes boink, boink,
Also, you have to
boink.
once you press down, he's just permanently crouched until you press up again. That's Mermaid
yeah, I
Man.
remember that.
He looks like the Joker. Look at him.
I never got why Pearl was wearing whatever that
Up
is.
and away. Wait, what is she wearing? Oh yeah. Chances the animations in this are awesome.
They are. They're so good. This game is like, it's flawed. Don't get me wrong.
No, you
but
can't
there's
be hall
stuff to love
monitor.
about
No,
it.
you can't. Fine, here, take the uniform. What the heck was that? And now look at her. She's a Furby. What? This dialogue is like so crunched down that like you have to have watched the show to even like get what they're going for at all. Like imagine this is like one of the first SpongeBob things you see. You'd be so confused. Be like, what is this dialogue? Like what the heck is going on? I would just like to say a few words. You can't make this easy, can you? Why am I'm a hall monitor now, I guess.
Saying, oh, it's you. Like, that could convey, like, annoyance, or, you know, like, distaste. But it could also convey, maybe Squidward has a thing for SpongeBob. Like, I feel like
it's
if
you.
go up to someone and they're like, oh, it's you.
Oh god.
Like, it's all in the tone, you know?
So this is a different interpretation of Goo Lagoon compared to the one in Battle for Bikini Bottom on Game Boy Advance. That
yeah.
face. Listen to the music.
This, I'll be honest, I straight up love how they drew SpongeBob on the Game Boy Color. Like, he doesn't, like, look that much like SpongeBob, but he just, so look at him. How can you hate him? He's great.
SpongeBob is ready for a goopin', Baconside says. God, those idle animations.
I know, isn't it so cool that they even had those, let alone had, like, decent ones?
You have found a fresh pair of pants. Wow. The word fresh for a pair of pants always weirds me out.
I love when that happens. You find a fresh pair of pants in the treasure chest, like, oh, hot dog!
Hot diggity dog. Whoops.
Who do you
God, I
think
can't
is
get
putting
used
them in there?
this jump is terrible. That kind of
Who
holds
do you
us back a
think
bit.
is putting the pants in the treasure chest?
I imagine that must have been a criticism of this game, is the jump. Does not feel good.
I don't remember
have
how
found
it
a net
feels, so I
launcher.
can't comment.
A net launcher?
Oh yeah, the net launcher. It's from that one space episode where they go around shooting nets at everyone.
If you hold select, the game reverses. Oh, maybe I have that set to rewind.
Oh.
Let me see. I probably should fix that. Oops, you're getting the cursor.
I love that they did health using his pants. But
No
that's
cursor.
I just freaking
I can't break
love
the
it.
illusion. Big hotkeys.
He runs around in his undies.
General. Tools? No?
Plus,
Can't find
I
it.
think it definitely gave them an excuse to use extra colors in the palette to give him more colors for his pants. Cause you try drawing SpongeBob with 3 colors, it's not easy. I've tried it.
Dang, I can't find tools for rewind. No. I don't want to keep reversing the game every time I press select.
It looks like he's pooping into the treasure chest.
I can't. There's no rewind.
Bacon Side said, "You know the saying, when you throw your pants away, it now belongs to SpongeBob."
Whatever, I guess we'll just deal with it. April Fools!
Oh,
Excuse me!
oh wait, look at the frame you paused on. He's
I missed it.
thrusting.
Oh, now we're back here. Yeah, I can see why people didn't like this game very much. I mean, it's got good qualities visually, but playing it is not that fun.
Oh, rip.
So we're just... So I guess it's just a quirk of the stream today, is every time I have to pause, the game rewinds.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the chests that just say April Fools.
Look out for the beach bullies. The enemies in this game are quite interesting.
Straight up legends.
Look at this I can do.
Oh, something I like about his jump is that he has a short windup before he does it. Like, for gameplay purposes, I mean, that's not great, but visually, you know, it looks like a cartoon, which is cool. Nobody jumps in a cartoon like they jump in a video game, so... I kind of appreciate in some way that they let the gameplay take a bullet to make it look a little more cartoony.
What the heck? Alright, I guess that's what that does.
I can't wait for you to see like the best ability in the game. It's like it's just interesting. I love it.
I don't know if we're gonna get that far. I'm kinda already ready to move on to another game.
I don't think it's that far in. Oh no!
These guys will punch your pants off. Ooh.
I love when they go in the nets.
I do like, I enjoy the aesthetic of Game Boy Color. I've only streamed one other Game Boy Color game, which was Hot Wheels Stunt Track Driver. Also, this game, it kind of has the whipping camera thing going on when you turn around. It's not as bad as some that I've seen, but it has it's on that end of the camera spectrum.
That's supposed to be the hall monitor uniform. I think they just changed the palette on his regular pants.
Yeah, this isn't the worst whipping back and forth camera I've ever seen, but it's on the whipping side. You found a fresh pair of pants.
Also, I love the way they drew him, like, kind of tapering toward his pants, as if he's, like, sticking out of them.
Well, I guess we're
Like,
underground
as if,
now.
like, he's, like, squeezed into his pants.
SpongeBob has found the pirate's chest. There are 4 oven knobs needed to unlock the statue. They are hidden around Bikini Bottom. Here's a map. Thanks. Oh, the hooks are in this game. I just saw them.
Congratulations!
Look out, Flying Dutchman.
Sweet.
Here comes SpongeBob. Oven knobs, Baconside says. Yeah. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button and wasted a shot.
Oh yeah, the anchors! I love that I'm commenting on things that are like way behind.
The hooks, me boy!
It's a good thing I sort of know the game, so I can kind of know what you're talking about.
You have found
Like,
the
it's been
spring
years
shoes.
since I played it, but I'm trying.
Is this the best thing in the game?
Is it the... what is it?
The spring shoes.
No.
Oh.
There's a different best thing in the game. It's just something that I think is like, to use a strange word, thematically interesting.
I have a feeling we're probably not going to see it.
Potentially.
Wish the
I
white
don't
bubble
remember
platforms
it
were a little
being
bit
that hard to
shaded.
get a hold of, though.
I just don't want to play this for that much longer. We've already played it for like 20 minutes, so... That's longer than I wanted to spend, I think.
Rip.
20 minutes of speng on the Game Boy Color. Yeah, I don't really like how this game plays very much, so...
Rest in peace.
It's been fun looking at it, but I don't think I want to continue playing it much longer. A fresh pair of pants. April Fools! Remember that particular way he says it. You found a fresh
Me
pair of pants.
too.
You asked for 2 ice cubes, and I only gave you 1!
I only gave you one! Elena, you do a good sponge impression.
Oh.
I mean, like, you know, nobody can do a good sponge impression, but it's like decent, you know. I only gave you one. I mean, it's
Boy,
better
am
than
I
mine at the
ripped.
very least.
What? So are my
At least I
pants.
think.
Boy, am I ripped.
Pants!
So are my pants. So are my pants. You okay? I guess so. What? The look on her face. That's her after seeing SpongeBob.
Boy, am
do
I ripped.
that. Larry, what happened to you? It sent me back here? No.
It's like, it's kind of...
We'll have this rewind feature, let's use it.
For it.
Carnival. Look at that, I'm cheating. Mrs. Puff, I cheated!
Oh, I forgot they straight up, like, did an animation just for ripping his pants. This game was
Puff,
pretty
I'm
extra for a Game Boy
cheating!
Color game. I like those guys that flex you to death.
Until you get the spatula. Alright, I think I've had my fill of this game. I'll save it just in case for some reason, someday want to come back.
Then I guess I'll tell you what the cool thing was.
Mm-hmm.
One of the abilities is like a spatula that you use to throw patties.
Oh.
And like Yeah, but the way it works is instead of smacking enemies with them, they eat it, and then they're just like,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah,
that's
you
pretty
told me
good,"
about
and they
that.
just like sit down.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I love it. I love that it's like non-violent, and it's totally something that would like the SpongeBob would just do that, you
Okay,
know?
so chat/Cassie, tell me what we should play next. So I'll tell you what all the games are. So we have Super Sponge, we have Revenge of the Flying Dutchman,
Oh god, that game sucks.
we have the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, we have Lights Camera Pants, we have Creature from the Krusty Krab, and we have Atlantis Squarepantis.
Let's do wait, that's on the GBA?
Yep.
Wow. Let's do
Queen of Glitch says, let's do Revenge.
we could. It's pretty
Revenge
much
of
the
the Flying
same as
Dutchman.
Battle for Bikini Bottom though.
Yeah.
I would say we should do Super Sponge for a short moment, because that's one I think that we can both agree is very boring.
Save the good one for last as a palate cleanser, Queen of Glitch says. Or that's Cat. Cat says that. Okay, this time it
Super
doesn't crash.
Sponge is just, it's so boring.
Isn't this the first one on the Game Boy Advance? Like the earliest one?
Super Sponge?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because
I'm not sure.
even the cover of this one
Probably.
looked boring. It had such a simple cover. That music. The heck? Let me see if I can get the cover for you real quick. If you hear any crust, if you hear any audio crust on the game, that's because I'm using my browser, which Spumbus the emulator.
Oh boy, Super Sponge.
It was also a PlayStation game, huh?
Yeah, the PlayStation version was pretty similar. It was still 2D and everything.
Interesting.
It had
a demo mode, huh? Battle for Bikini Bottom didn't have a demo mode. Poop. It doesn't always be like that. Just give me the image. I need to get better at this. Go in
Man,
there.
I'm just now noticing how weird it is that there's like key art
Go
of
in.
Plankton trapped in a bubble.
Key art?
Yeah,
What do you mean by key art?
like promo art.
Oh,
He's
There we
just
go.
stuck in there. He's panicking. He's terrified.
so that's the cover.
He's gonna run out of
couldn't-
like he can't breathe in there.
I couldn't find it in better quality than this, so this is what you get. Which I feel like exemplifies it. Also, look at the title screen. The title screen doesn't even actually have the title of the game. It's just SpongeBob SquarePants.
Rest in peace.
I noticed that on some, I think it was like old versions of the cover, just said SpongeBob on it. It didn't say Super Sponge. Like before it had a
Maybe
rating.
they
It just
like. Maybe they straight up like hadn't even titled it yet.
Yeah.
You know what?
Also, look at the
This
effect on this
game
menu. This is
actually-
terrible to look at. Why I hate this.
I think like the one thing that is interesting about this game was a ton of development builds leaked at one point, like years after it was out.
Here we are in Bikini Bottom.
So like you can just go, you can just like
Today
go
we will
look
be
at
following
a
my
ton
favorite
of
creature,
development
SpongeBob.
builds for this game.
Wow. One word. How far will he go for his best friend?
How far
Oh,
will
those are
he?
some
land?
crusty sprites.
Probably not very far, because this
These are
game
like-
isn't that good, and we're not
These are
gonna
like
play much
these are
of
like
it.
JPEG sprites. Remember how we talked about you unlock JPEGs in Battle for Bikini Bottom? Well, this is you play as a JPEG.
See, the PlayStation version, it was kind of like Donkey Kong Country, like 3D models rendered out into 2D
Yeah.
animations.
Well, this seems to be the same.
Exactly. And it translated even worse.
so much dialogue.
I went to college!
Why is Gary so massive, by the way? Oh my god, look at that Squidward!
Gary's just freaking
Look at that heckin' Squidward! Oh my god, that's scary!
Terrifying squid.
Oh my god. The music is terrible too. What is that? Also, that doesn't sound like SpongeBob. He just goes, hey! God, the animation is also stiff. Like, I didn't think that the animation on a Game Boy Advance game would be worse than a Game Boy Color game.
And he looks like he's like watching over SpongeBob, like he's a deity.
You would think that the animation would just be better on the Game Boy Advance. Why are there just angry men? Angry fishmen.
Guardian angel.
There's just angry fishmen running around at the speed of sound.
Maybe they just feel like it, don't judge.
Yeah, but they're skronking SpongeBob. God, this game is ugly.
It really is. They did okay with the like environment design. Like Jellyfish Fields itself looks pretty good, but
I prefer the
aside
look
from
in
that,
Battle for Bikini
it's
Bottom.
not doing so great.
The sound effects, just everything is terrible. There's nothing good about this.
Yeah,
I'll see if I can beat one
not a
stage.
good game.
Why is it... This jellyfish looks weird. Doesn't even
I
look...
hate
Most
that
of the stuff
SpongeBob
doesn't even
has
look
the
like SpongeBob.
constant- Right? It really doesn't. Which I can appreciate in some way. Like, it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. It doesn't look like SpongeBob. It's kind of an interesting take. But not in this game. It kind of just looks like, instead of looking like, oh, I have an interesting idea, it just looks like they didn't care enough to look at the show, and they're just like,
His turning around
I
animation
don't know,
looks
just
terrible
draw
too.
something that vaguely looks like it could be underwater, I guess.
Like they tried to do something interesting here with this turning around, but I don't think it worked very well.
I hate
Looks
that he has
awkward.
that constant smile plastered on his face, too. Like,
Except for when he gets hit.
my dude, right?
And sometimes his
Just the one
eyebrows go
section.
angry when he attack,
My dude's just like,
but he doesn't stop smiling.
his range of expression is truly impressive.
And why does he have all these bright green pixels on him? Like, you really sat there and compressed it like that and thought it was okay? Like you...
It's like, do they really think that, like... do they
Sandy
really think
looks a
this
bit
is
off,
what
too.
expressiveness is? Just having one extreme expression.
Oh, this is the same mechanic as in Battle for Bikini Bottom. The outline around his eyes is so dark. He's got eyeliner on, like Waluigi.
Yeah. It looks like they didn't even, like, clean up the renders of the models for the sprites. Because,
Wow,
like,
this
where's
is-
his lashes?
Oh my god, this is almost exactly like the Battle for Bikini Bottom stage. Just it looks way worse.
Yeah,
Like,
I
the
told
graphics
you. Oh my god, that's
are so much
Sandy.
worse.
Holy spit.
Also, I'm bouncing on baby birds. I didn't know there were even birds living in
Why
Sandy's
does
tree dome.
Sandy in the cutscene, if you could call it a cutscene, looks like she's like from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. She looks like a puppet that they like photographed and then like rotoscoped in pixels.
And at each step along the way, it got progressively worse looking. Just like each time it was like this information was lost.
Like it looks like it's based on a puppet that was designed to be a bit disturbing.
Why is the music in this game is terrible too? It doesn't even sound like SpongeBob remotely.
I think the music is the one thing I like about this game. Like, you're right,
Oh.
It doesn't sound like SpongeBob, but some of it's kind of bangers, I guess. It's hard to scrunk
At
up
the moment, it's
music,
just
though,
sort of
unless you're
boring.
a crazy boss or something.
kind of a boring song. And also very harsh. Harsh music. But yeah, SpongeBob's voice, he's just like, eh! What? Couldn't get Tom Kenny for this
him
one?
express himself when he was about to fall off the edge of that platform.
Oh yeah, look at that. I'm
he
doing it
had
again.
something besides a constant smile.
You get less time before
Constant
SpongeBob dries out in this
smile.
game, but there's more places to wet his whistle.
Wet his whistle.
Okay,
Oh
one
my
more stage.
God.
Get the bread? What do you mean, get the bread?
Let's get this bread. SpongeBob wets his whistle.
SpongeBob wets his whistle, part 3. God, what is with these people that are just running around and skronking?
They just want you dead.
Oh, that's a bottomless pit. Are the worms supposed to be like the Alaskan bullworm? I don't think so, because they don't look anything like it.
Yeah, they just look bad.
Also, SpongeBob has a health system in this, I guess, represented by hearts.
Yeah, you know, the famous iconography from the show, hearts.
Why was that Krabby Patty so big? They couldn't figure out how to draw it with any less detail.
I like how a lot of SpongeBob games use, like, underwear or pants as health.
Yeah, and then this one doesn't.
Yeah.
This is the one that doesn't.
doesn't.
Also, there's so many heckin' spatulas. Why are there so many spatulas? Like, I get SpongeBob likes spatulas, but why are they all over the place?
It's funny because golden spatulas are also, for some reason, like they show up in a lot of SpongeBob games, but in Battle for Bikini Bottom, the console
Underwear is an
versions,
extra
they're
life
like,
in this.
they're like basically stars in Mario 64 is the closest analog. And
Oops.
here they don't
Alright,
make
that's
as
enough.
much sense as like a main collectible.
Okay, which one do we want to do now?
I mean, not that they ever made sense, but they don't look that
So
good.
Atlantis,
They're just-
Squarepantis, Creature from the Krusty Krab, Lights, Camera, Pants, the movie game, and Revenge of the Flying Dutchman.
Oh, let's do the movie game.
Okay, that one looked interesting. I want to check this one out.
Yeah, I've never played it before, so
Oops, I
this
forgot.
will be
I was
a new
gonna
experience
change.
for
I was
me.
gonna change these. Oh, this is the exact same song as in Battle for Bikini Bottom on the title screen.
What?
This
In the
title
movie game?
screen song.
Are we there already?
Yeah, this
I'm
is
behind.
exactly the same song as the title screen for Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Wow, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Okay, this is a different song. We'll play it. We'll play on easy, I guess, for the sake of the stream. Oh dang! This is the same song as the world map in Battle for Bikini Bottom, but like remixed a little.
I'm actually pretty excited to see this game.
I think this has
I want to try it
exactly.
sometime.
I think this has exactly the same sound font as the Battle for Bikini Bottom game.
It seems like this game, at the very least, like even if it wasn't good, you probably couldn't say that it didn't have
I'm
interesting
ready. Promotion.
ideas.
Hey, look, they
Just
actually
from the screenshots I've seen.
they compressed the images a little better in this one. They look a little less crusty.
Congratulations! I actually hope this is
Oh, that
good,
looks
though,
really
'cause
good.
it
Look at
seems
that.
Cool.
This is actually really good visually. Oh, this song is just 100% from Battle for Bikini Bottom. So they have
They
a
must
few
have
new
reused
songs,
the
but
soundtrack.
yeah, they have a few new songs because I've heard a couple new ones. Oh, there's a run button in this.
That is not his bed.
Okay, this game looks okay. I think this is the best visually SpongeBob game on the Game Boy Advance I've seen so far.
Yeah, from the screenshots I've seen, it looks pretty good.
Oh, look at that. That's how you float in this. Yeah, this is very similar to Battle for Bikini Bottom, but better graphics. And it's got the same music, of course.
I'm noticing a lot of like small inaccuracies here and there. But
inaccuracies?
Yeah, like they had like the same like road, like
whoa, what the crap was that?
The background looks nice though.
That's how I fight. That was interesting. Checkpoint. Oh whoa, look at that. It is like Sonic. You have like a rev. Look at this. And you like push Patrick to attack.
Oh, I gotta see this. Oh my god, that is an attack.
My only issue is just that the regular walking speed is a little slow. So you have to always like hold down a button. Which I guess, you know, Mario does that, so I guess it's okay, but... It's reverse of Mario though. Like which button you press to run. Oh, also this song isn't exactly like it is in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Like they remixed it a little bit, which is interesting.
Yeah, this seems almost analogous to the console games, because on the console the movie game was done by the same people as Battle for Bikini Bottom, and it actually didn't reuse any music, but it did reuse a lot of other assets. This seems like the reverse, where they reuse the music, but everything else is new assets, whereas the movie game was like, they reused a lot of assets everywhere else except the music.
Well,
the movie game is really good on console.
I mean, some of the music is new, like this song is totally new. I think it's the same sound font, though.
I honestly never mind that much when developers reuse assets. Like,
I'm just pointing out that it's interesting, not that I'm minding it.
Right.
How do I get in here? Not like that.
This is tough
Bash also uses
this game because I don't know this game at all, so I can't even like predict what is about to like.
I can't
be on the screen.
I can't get in here. This may be the end of this because I can't figure out how to get in here. This is like when I tried to... Whoa, that's a new one. This is like when I tried to play Saints Row 2 and I couldn't get out of the first area and I had to stop streaming it.
Rip. Can you duck and jump?
No, I've been trying to. I like the background here.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, this is a really nice looking game.
They got downtown Bikini Bottom looking really good in the background. Yeah, you do seem stuck.
I can't figure out how to get through there.
Like, come back with a different ability? I don't know.
Well, I can't go back. There's nowhere to go.
No.
Oh. I thought that was a bottomless pit. I was afraid to go in there because I thought I was gonna die. What? This invincibility song sounds like Kirby. It sounds like Kirby music.
I always forget for some reason what the Kirby invincibility music sounds like.
I mean, it doesn't. Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like Kirby. It doesn't sound like Kirby's invincibility song.
On my brain, I just get the Mario one.
It doesn't sound like Kirby's invincibility song, but it sounds like Kirby. It sounds like a Kirby song. Now that you've said that, Cassie, I can't remember it either, and I can only remember the Mario one.
Rip.
You've ruined it for me. Elfie says this looks a whole lot better than the others so far. Yeah, definitely. I almost wish I had grown up with this game instead of the one that I did.
The presentation is really good.
That's a weird drawing of Mr. Krabs, though, I gotta say. His mouth looks like a scarecrow.
Man, I wish I could see it and like react to it in real time. Stream delay is frustrating.
New password. Oh, the password is in pictures? That's always really annoying. I hate games that do the password in pictures. Just do letters, darn it. Stop trying to be clever with the password.
Oh, these cutscenes have thick outlines. That doesn't actually look that good.
Safe and sound? That's a face. The little character portraits are weird looking.
Yeah.
The way that was, like, the way it looked here, that picture of King Neptune, it looked like an old cartoon. Like it looked like Cuphead. It looked like Cuphead. Hey, chum. I love the title screen, or like the title card thing.
Yeah, it looks really good. It looks like the credits on the show, which is kind of weird because that's like as opposed to, you know, the actual title cards in the show.
Yeah. I guess this is more like generalized, so it works a little better. Like they can make it look the same every time. I don't know how to get that. Well, we won't worry about that for now. It's so weird hearing this song that's like this is the song from the city stages in Battle for Bikini Bottom, but with like a little bit of like added like instrumentation here and there. It's really weird hearing it like this. Are you still there, Cassie?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Just checking.
This game, while the visual presentation is good, I'm actually noticing like it doesn't have a lot of flair of its own. Like it feels kind of like a direct conversion of the show, which is fine.
I think I kind of prefer that. TBH.
No, this is already a bad thing, just not as interesting.
Oh, I like it better. I like this when there's licensed things. I like it when they're sort of like exactly like their source material and converted into a game.
That's something I heavily appreciate too. Like that's something that's great about Battle for Bikini Bottom. Is it the console version? I mean, at times feels like playing the show. But I also like that it has its own ideas too. I like having a mix.
Also, SpongeBob's voice doesn't sound right in this one either, though. That's a downside to it. Come on. We're just murdering people in this game. Like that's just a person. Like yeah, he's mind controlled, but that's just like a dude. It's not like a robot or something. SpongeBob, are we murderers?
Yeah. Don't think about it too much, Patrick.
Cat says, and the people are just vibing.
Yeah, they are kind of just vibing. Oh, maybe this game doesn't have bottomless pits.
That would be nice. That would also be like Sonic. Well, the good Sonics, at least. Yeah, this song this sounds like a song right out of Kirby. Okay, what is the Kirby invincibility song? I have to remember now, because Cassie has ruined my memory of it.
Oopsie.
Kirby invincibility song.
You know, when I saw the screenshots, I was expecting this game to be more interesting than it looks.
Kirby Superstar. Oh, so it's dee doo dee doo 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 doo.
Oh yeah.
Dee doo doo dee doo 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 doo. Yeah, that one.
I think from the screenshots, I was expecting something like actual interesting mechanics coming out of the just like having two characters that you're playing as sort of at the same time. But it seems like it's just kind of an aesthetic thing in this game.
Patrick is just there
at least
for your abilities.
Maybe later on. Yeah. Maybe later on it gets
Not
more
a kid.
interesting.
SpongeBob, are we the bad guys? SpongeBob, are we the bad guys? Why did we go through the chum bucket?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Look at Patrick's stomach animated. Like, look at the animation on it when they go fast. The levels remind me of Sonic as well in the way that they're sort of non-linear. There's like a lot of, well, I mean they're linear, but there's like a lot of branching paths.
The Sonic of SpongeBob. Is this watching?
I don't think so. I sent this to them. They're probably asleep.
Oh, they would have things to say about that.
What the heck is that thing? The clam is trying to lick me.
Yum yum.
Oh, I see. No, we're saving them. It knocks the thing off their head, and then they like smile and jump off the screen.
Oh.
That makes more sense.
Okay, that makes sense. I love stuff like that in video games, when like instead of straight up killing someone, you're actually doing something pretty neat.
Like in my video games?
Yeah. Or like when instead of like killing people, he just neutralizes them with a Krabby Patty. That's something I appreciate.
Placates
That's
them with a
actually
Krabby
hella
Patty.
cute. That's so cute, the way they like just jump off the screen like, woohoo, I'm free!
Yeah. That makes sense because the sound effect they make, I guess, is more like a woo! It looks like there's multiple exits to the stages.
Wow, that's really optimistic.
Eugene
I love
Krabs,
that.
you shall remain frozen until my crown is returned. All clues point to you, crown taker. I'll prove
I like that the story is
I'm a
kind of
man
just like
by
happening
getting
in the
that crown back,
as
Mr.
they,
Krabs.
like, as they just do random platforms.
I will save you and the town and the crown. Quick, to
Has
the paddy
Plankton
wagon.
even, like, done anything yet? Why are people already like mind controlling?
Let's go get that crown, Pat. That's a good question. I hate this picture password system. Like, cause you know, usually you'd write down the password in like a notebook or something, so you'd remember it. But
Right.
how are you supposed to write this down? Like, especially if you're like a little kid playing this.
I guess you could write the name of the characters.
What if you don't know the name? Because you make up
And
one. Oh,
I don't
I
know.
wanted to see this effect. Oh, dang, this is really something. Look at this, chat.
Oh, what is it? Oh yeah, this game has 3D-ish sections, doesn't it?
This is like Super Castlevania 4. Also, the animation on the car is great. It looks really squishy. Crash Bandicoot Cat says, "I love these kind of effects. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these kind of things." Look how warped it is at the bottom, though.
This is rad.
Also, this is definitely the same sound font as Battle for Bikini Bottom, and this has some like, yeah, this is a song from Battle for Bikini Bottom, but like remixed and like sped up. It's really hard to jump over them when you need to, though. Time up.
This visual effect doesn't make
You
a
win.
touch of sense, but it's cool.
Mode 7, Elfie says. Yeah, it's the bonus stage theme.
Mode 7!
Let's see what's next. This looks like a boss stage. Woohoo! We're about to cross the county line. Nothing's going to stop us from manhood now. SpongeBob, don't say it like that. Look at Patrick's. Patrick looks like Earthworm Jim in that picture of him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Earthworm Pat.
Thugfish? Oh, this is a new song. You babies better step aside. Wait, what is... Whoa, those are some great animations. Cassie, you're gonna like these animations.
Oh boy. Oh my god, he does look like Earthworm Jim.
When you jump on the boss, you're gonna like that.
Earthworm Jim creator versus the Chad. Didn't like the Toe Jam and Earl guys say trans rights or something? Are they straight up Chads?
I'm not sure exactly if you even take damage in this game.
You babies better step aside. Oh, when they jump on him and his
Yeah.
head
That's a good one.
squishes in.
Oh, that was a
that's
good,
so
like,
good.
defeat animation. The guy from the Tough Guy bar. Cat says
It's
hitboxes
cute when they're
exist.
ducking under his when they're ducking under his projectiles and they're just
Yeah.
they got these little smiles like you're like we'll be patient.
These don't seem to be screenshots from the movie, by the way. These seem to be like drawn just for this.
My god, that the way they squish his noggin, it's so good. That kills.
Coral Canyon? Oh, there's like a branching path here. Not multiple exits, but different like branching paths. Shortcut.
It's Biss!
Hey, Biss. Oh, and hi, Arrow. Biss and Arrow are here. Bikini Booty? What?
Pardon?
Bikini Booty?
Pardon?
This is the name of the bonus stage.
Okay. Okay then. Alright.
I would have been here earlier, but I overslept. Bikini Booty! That's what Biss says.
I'll choose not to question it.
I like this game. This is a good one.
Okay. Yeah.
It's got some Sonic vibes. And some Kirby vibes.
Bikini Booty, oh my god.
It's very video gamey. I would say. What is this?
Biss, you missed
Welcome to
the
my palace. Look at her
animation
face.
for when
Look
you
at that face.
damage the bots. It looks so good.
Would you like to buy an item today? Would you like to buy an item today?
Like the fireworks today.
This is your bucket. If you gotta spew, spew in the bucket.
One clam, baby.
No.
Welcome
Yes.
to my palace. Use your golden clams to make a purchase. Would you like to buy an item today?
We'll play a little bit more of this, because I like this one.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
Where's the reef? I would have enjoyed having this as a kid. Also, I'm enjoying these like remixed versions of songs from the Game Boy Advance version of Battle for Bikini Bottom. Here's another one. Because I know those songs very well from having grown up with them, so hearing these like little remixed versions of it is like really unexpected and interesting.
Aw, that's cute.
Aw.
I like it.
Now, whoa, that guy said the yeehaw that character just did sounded exactly like the yeehaw that the Bungie zombies in Plants vs. Zombies do.
Yeehaw!
This is like a slower version of one of the songs from Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's the stage. It's from that stage on where Mystery first arrives. It has this theme. For instance. Also, yeah, you do not seem to take damage. This seems to be like a Wario Land type thing.
Oh, huh? Interesting.
Where's the beef? No, reef.
Yeah, the more I see, the more this game seems to have interesting bits to it. Oh my god, getting eaten by that clam.
It's a good part. You have to jam the buttons to get out of there.
Oh, that's great. I love the way that's animated. Biss, what's efficiently done?
Talking about the thing that Elfie did,
Oh.
I think. I doubt they're speaking about this game. Wait, what is that character? What is... Oh, it's somebody else who is... mind-controlled. That's an interesting character. Mime-controlled.
Yep.
You don't want mime control.
You don't want to be mime controlled?
No. This crawling animation isn't as good as the one in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Also, I just want to clarify for anybody who might potentially be confused now or at some point in the future, when I'm talking about Battle for Bikini Bottom, I mean the Game Boy Advance version.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? These floating guys in the inner tubes?
Uh-huh.
Those are in the movie. Those are in the console version of the movie game.
Oh, I see.
They sort of take the place of the robots in the console version of Battle for Bikini Bottom that like they like fly using umbrellas. And
That
they,
yeehaw sound effect must be a stock sound effect, because that's identical to the one in Plants vs. Zombies. Like that is the same sound effect.
I feel like I know the one despite not having heard it.
Also, just dawned on me why the mustache gives you invincibility. Because that's the thing.
Because
They have their song about being invincible.
We can't do anything.
Yes.
And then they smack their knees.
I remember that being a popular thing when I was in like 3rd grade when the movie came out, and like me and like other kids at school would like had that song like memorized, and we would like recite it and like walk around like SpongeBob and Patrick did.
I think the smacking knees part was something we did at my school. I don't remember though.
SpongeBob movie was very popular.
I think it would have been actually. No. I was 4 when it came out, so if we snack knees,
Yeah, I was 9.
It probably had not that much to do with the movie.
I was 8 or 9, I think.
Wait, what?
So you couldn't
You're
have
only
been
3 years
4.
older than me.
Yeah, you couldn't have been 4.
The movie came out in 2004, so I was 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm misremembering what grade I was in then. Maybe I was in 2nd grade and not 3rd grade. In which case I would have been 7, which would make more sense. That's why I couldn't have. That's why I didn't get this game. Like, I assume this game came out at that time. Like when the movie was new.
When the movie did?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. The
Which means by the
version at the very least, I know that came out. I think like a month before the actual movie.
I guess that means by the time I was playing Battle for Bikini Bottom, it was already like an old game. Well, that would explain why I had it in the 2-pack thing, because they probably didn't make the 2-pack originally.
Yeah.
I got it, well, because I got the SpongeBob Game Boy Advance SP, and it just came with that. Let's play
honestly,
one more stage. Well, let's see if we can get to one more boss
games
battle.
are like a gold mine for like small, interesting ideas.
Stop for a bite. I love these title screens still. Those are great. Yeah, that's the same sound. Because yeah, I didn't have the Game Boy Advance until I was 9, I believe. So I got it well into the Nintendo DS already being out, but I had no idea the Nintendo DS existed.
It's actually kind of amazing to think that I was 4 when the movie came out.
Yeah, that's amazing to me because, like, by that point, like when this movie came out, was by the point where I have like very clear memories and everything. Like, oh, there are bottomless pits.
I still remember going to see it.
Yeah, well, I remember seeing my first. I saw my first movie.
Hold on, is that a false memory?
I saw the first movie
That might
that I
be.
ever saw when I was 3, and I remember going to see that. It was Toy Story 2.
The memory takes place at a house I didn't live in until later, so that might be a false memory.
Yeah, I went to see the SpongeBob movie in the theater with my aunt, and then we went to like Burger King, I believe, and got SpongeBob movie toys.
Yeah, it was watches, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there's an interesting story behind that, and it's because Steven Hillenburg, he really didn't want the show promoting fast food, and he fought it hard. And like I think like he fought it enough that like he wasn't able to take it down, but he was able to like make it really like uncool.
That's funny.
Just watches.
It's funny that he didn't want that, considering like the Krusty Krab is a big thing.
Yeah, I think it puts in perspective that I think the Krusty Krab is meant to be like portrayed critically.
Yeah. Well, I get that, because,
Even
well,
if I'm not sure it always comes off that way.
Mr. Krabs is shown as a sort of not an idealistic character.
Right.
They go on strike against him at one time.
I think in the middle seasons they did a lot of like Krusty Krab worship.
Man babies? The stage is called Man Babies.
I guess they're man babies. Yeah, SpongeBob totally does idealize crabs. It's an interesting. I don't think I've seen like any character before that just freaking loves like a dead end job.
That's kind of his character trait. Is he's just
Yeah,
that's his
like,
thing is
maybe
that
other
he
characters do.
like yeah, that's his whole thing is that he loves it when like nobody else reasonably would.
Right.
He just likes it.
Like I feel like there's like a lot of interesting things to say about that, but I'm not the one to say them because I'm not profound enough.
Well, this stage is pretty simple. Unlock 2 this stage. Remember this part in the movie where SpongeBob went into that place and then became invincible and just like pile drived through everybody in the bar? And there was a giant clam in there? Or just clams in general were in there?
Yeah, I remember that. Of course I do. That's such a fun scene. Like the actual scene.
It's the gamer stage? There we go. Coral can. Oh, this is the boss. I want to see this. Thug, tug, thug. Oh god, look at the face! You guys must be the baby-face baby heads. Time to take you down. No sir, you must have mistaken us for some other baby-face baby heads. Yeah. They forgot to make Patrick's dialogue pink there. It was still yellow, like SpongeBob. Or maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it's all yellow in this. Because I know some of the other ones do color-coded for different characters. Maybe this one doesn't. Wow, that was easy. This game is really easy, though, I will say. Although I did put it on easy mode. Maybe that's why you don't take damage.
Oh,
the key, I can't believe
forgot
you had the
about
key to the paddy
difficulty
wagon. Yeah,
selection.
I totally forgot about that too. That would explain some of this. Well, I think that's a good look at this game for now.
Oh
I'll
wow,
leave a
this
save
guy.
state.
Whoa. When he lands from the jump and his head goes like that, he looks like a puppet. I don't know if that's intentional.
You keep
but
mentioning
wow.
things looking like puppets.
What?
You keep
Oh
mentioning
yeah, because I said Sandy looked like a puppet.
Yeah.
I specifically said don't hug me, I'm scared. Because I feel like the puppets in those are meant to be like vaguely unsettling.
Alright chat, let's pick the next game. We have Atlantis Squarepantis, Creature from the Krusty Krab, Lights Camera Pants, and Revenge of the Flying Dutchman.
Oh yeah.
Cat says revenge
let's
time?
have chat decide. Flying Dutchman is pretty much the same as Battle for Bikini Bottom, so it might be a good idea to save it for last, but your call.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to do that one last. 2. What is SpongeBob's job? Shan asks. He's a fry cook.
Yeah.
He makes the Krabby Patties.
He's a fry cook at a fast food restaurant.
I kind of want to see Atlantis Squarepantis.
He thinks it's...
I'm going to pick that one.
He thinks it's the best job in the world.
Oh, here's this screen. This is a mysterious screen to me because, like, some Game Boy Advance games have this exact screen and some don't. And I can't find any rhyme or reason to it. This is from 2007, huh? Wait, this was a late Game Boy Advance game. Really late. Like the Nintendo DS had been out for like several years
you're
at this point.
the person to explain this, please. I've felt like there was something interesting about this before, but I've never been able to completely unravel my inner thoughts.
So the DS came out in 2004, and this is 2007. So that's 5, 6. So it's 3 years into the DS. This game came out on the Game Boy Advance. This may have been like one of the last Game Boy Advance games. And it's also a different developer this time, so we should see some different assets completely. Just another average day in Bikini Bottom. Also, I don't think I saw was THQ on there? I didn't see it.
I think it was.
Okay.
Oh, Atlantis Squarepantis. I wasn't paying attention when you decided, so I had to wait
like
for
I
the
said,
title screen.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This game is from 2007 and it's on the Game Boy Advance.
This also had a DS version, which was
Well, that
pretty
makes
good.
more sense,
the console
yeah.
version sucked, but the DS version was actually good.
The
kind of
DS was well
amazingly.
established by this point, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the graphics in this one as much. I mean, it is a different developer. No jumping here.
Kat, like Kat is saying that SpongeBob is like the ideal worker, right? And he's also, but she's saying that he's, or they, I don't know your pronouns, so I'll say they. And they're saying that he's framed as being ridiculous for feeling that way. But to me, I don't know if I agree, because I feel like he's presented optimistically and like without irony.
This shares a sound effect with
Maybe I'm wrong.
Nicktoons freeze frame frenzy, the little squeaky sound when you finish a dialogue box. No jumping. What is this game? Get password. Touch password, get dizzy. Yeah, the graphics in this have taken a dip. Also, oh, never mind. I was gonna say, look at that D-pad. That's like the D-pad on the DS. But I think that could be the D-pad on the original Game Boy Advance. I've only seen the one on the SP, and it doesn't look like that. I think the one on the original DS looked like that, though.
Yeah,
Also,
Squidward
the
is
character-
interesting because
The
he's
character
like,
portraits are much
I
better
think this
in
is
this.
an obvious. Oh, okay, she, her. But Squidward is interesting because, like, obviously he's a foil to SpongeBob, but like he's a foil to something that confuses me. So he seems straightforward, but just by being a foil to something infinitely confusing to me, I guess that makes him confusing too.
There you go. That's some artwork. SpongeBob's character portrait isn't that great. And there's Patrick. Some of the other ones were better than usual, like Squidward looked pretty good. For a small eternity? Sure is fun and all, but aren't we floating away? Yeah, now that you mention it. Hey, good news, the bubble burst. Bad news, we're lost in a cave. This shiny sharp thing, he popped the bubble. Look at Patrick's mouth. Looks like Birdo. Uh-oh, the cave is blocked off. We're trapped. Looks like some sort of ancient medallion piece. In all caps. Why would SpongeBob say that? There must be
Great
more.
question.
If we collect all of the pieces, maybe we can escape? Let's find all of the pieces, Patrick.
This special was so bad.
Oh dear, SpongeBob. Let's just
this
take
is
it
my
easy and we'll
go-to
get
example
through this together.
of how much I hate when like they just bring the entire main cast together, even though like okay. Can you imagine going
Oh,
on
this
an
game has a
adventure,
forced tutorial, huh?
to some random ruins, and the gallery of the gallery of folks you bring with you includes your boss and your neighbor who hates you. Like. In what universe does that make any sense? But I know why they did it, because it's a special episode and you gotta get all the characters involved. But no, you don't have to get all the characters involved. Like, one of the best things about the movie, in my opinion, was that they didn't try to force, like, everything about the show to get, like, wrapped up, so to speak. Not that they had any plot threads, but they weren't like, okay, this is the movie, we have to put everything about the show in the movie. They're like, no, okay, we're gonna focus on just, like, one thing. And they did it really well.
I actually liked that and I've watched it multiple times.
The movie?
No, the Atlantis Squarepantis.
Oh god. Well, to each their own, I suppose.
I've seen it more than once.
I just can't get over that he brings his boss and his neighbor who hates him, like,
well, because he thinks
for
they're his
barely
friends.
any, like, justification. Yeah, but, like, wasn't there, like, the most paper-thin decision for, like, why those characters would happen to be there? Like,
This is a very slow and stiff platformer, especially with this tutorial stuff happening.
Oh my god, you know what? Mrs. Puff as the tutorial character makes some kind of sense, except...
I'm not feeling it. What the heck?
Whoa. What happened to your voice all of a sudden? Oh, your microphone did the thing, that's what happened.
I wonder if it's even my mic.
Patrick, give these jellyfish a lickin'. Hope you don't... She meant that literally! Look at that! What in the name of Crunk? He's
Actually,
like
I think it's
Lickitung.
very bizarre.
Look, he looks
that
like a
when we
Lickitung. He
stream,
looks exactly
I
like a
always end up,
Lickitung.
like, complaining about something. Like, I don't normally complain about things, but for some reason when we stream, it always ends up being like, oh, this episode of SpongeBob, I hated that. Like, this is okay.
What are you talking about, Biss? Oh, is Discord dead for anyone else? Well, obviously for Cassie and I it's working, because otherwise we wouldn't both be on stream right now.
Man.
Have you seen Patrick become a Lickitung?
Yeah. Apologies for my negativity. At least we can take solace knowing that the show is really good in these recent seasons, and that's all you need, I guess.
Use your rear end. Put your rear ends to good use. That's a sentence. See, now that's more like the movie, because they'll have like their butts sticking out, like, you know, like when they do the Goofy Goober thing.
Oh
Their
yeah.
butts are only round and have distinct cheeks when it is needed. Doesn't even make sense having Patrick look like that. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Yeah. Okay, this isn't too bad now that it's actually going.
The blocks that you break look like the ones in the movie game. It almost seems like this is like, use that as a blueprint.
I mean, it's a different developer though. I think this is the developer that did Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy, because the music in this sounds similar to that. I think I recognize Nultron. Because I think I remember thinking that that was like supposed to be like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah,
because Jimmy Neutron is in that game.
As a kid, I always thought that like the company names always had something to do with the game they were making. But no, that's almost never the case.
Yeah, the sound effects and the music are very familiar to me. Like, because they're similar to Nicktoons Freeze Frame Frenzy, which I think was also Nultron.
I appreciate the creativity of Patrick licking the jellyfish, but like, what? Why?
That's what Biss was saying, basically. Well, because Mrs. Puff says that he gives things a lickin'. Apparently means that literally. Now, how do I do this? I can make the bubble big. Hope that doesn't help. Well, we've become stuck. Can we lick it? Lick that rock, Patrick. It's not a sentence I expected to say today. Lick it, Patrick, lick it! Lick that rock! There we go. Well, I got flashbacks to the movie game. Wait, why did that... What correlation was there? Bikini Bottom horror. Is he half clownfish? The jumping sound effect is really...
the Patty Zombies one yet. It looks like fun though.
The Pombies. Well, what about that episode where there was like the giant Krabby Patty that like talked? Night of the Living Patty or whatever it was.
Oh, in season 4,
I have vivid memories of that
it was
episode.
the therapy episode with
Yeah.
Plankton.
I remember that one vividly.
Yeah. That one, it's interesting because I actually remember like when that episode premiered. That's like one of
Yeah.
2 episodes that I actually
remember
remember like being like there at the premiere of as a kid. It was that and Krusty Towers that I remember.
I remember. I don't think I watched Krusty Towers like when it was new, but I did watch that one.
Yeah. I think it's interesting though because that was the very first episode of season 4. The therapy one. What was
Yeah.
it called?
I don't remember.
Something Fear of a Krabby Patty.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think at the time I did notice that it felt a bit different because, you know, that was the first episode with the brand new crew after most of it left following the movie. I think C.H. Greenblatt had a lot of... I think he was a storyboarder on that one, or he directed it or something, and then he later went on to make Chowder. But you could totally see, like, the expressions
used to
in that
watch
one
Chowder.
were pretty good. Like, the show was still pretty well animated in, like, season 4, and then... it was really only, like, by the time they got to, like,
Oh,
season
wait, that
6
giant clam is
that
here
things
again.
were, like, just absolutely terrible and at like the rock bottom of quality.
It's a giant clam again. That's just here, I guess. Yeah, we're just going
guess
around
like,
making Patrick lick everything.
Season 4 is fine, but like weirdly, like my brain doesn't categorize it anywhere close to like the same as seasons 1 through 3. Like I think it was even like different enough for me as a kid that even though I still like liked it because it was SpongeBob and I loved SpongeBob as a kid, like I think I don't understand why. Maybe it's because the show felt different, or maybe
Wait
it's
a
just
second.
because there was
Wait,
a
I gotta point out
hiatus
something here.
between in season 4.
So Squidward said, "This is no petrified pizza. You found a part of the medallion of Atlantis." And remember, SpongeBob was like, "This looks like part of a medallion."
Petrified pizza.
What are you talking about? You knew what it
What?
was earlier, SpongeBob. SpongeBob called it he called it a medallion or an amulet or something like that. He knew what it was. And it was in all caps too, like it was like an important like item.
He just straight up calls them boobs.
Yeah. The oldest living bubble.
Isn't it weird? This was just a TV special, and they still made multiple, like 3 different tie-in games for it. Isn't that incredible? That's
Greatest works of art.
That's incredible. What other TV special gets 3 tie-in games?
Alf. Is there a minigame?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh god, it's a rhythm game. I wasn't prepared for one of those today. Look at that dance they're doing.
Congratulations, Lana.
Wow. Why did we need this? Wow. Riveting.
Wow. I started the stream trying to be funny, and now I'm just talking, like, I'm just being a nerd about SpongeBob.
That's fun too. I like when you do that.
Yay! Really?
Mhm.
Hooray!
I was looking forward to doing that on the stream when we streamed this.
Oh, really?
Just talking about SpongeBob.
Yay! Well, that's good to hear because I think I'm insecure about when I info dump.
I like it. Wow, this is really...
Well, I know that makes me happy. You're an amazing girlfriend.
Well, thank you. This is, I barely have anything to say about this. What the crap was that? What just happened? What is...
There was rhythm gameplay in the console version, too. Oh, yeah, but as I was saying, I find it kind of interesting that my brain compartmentalizes, like, seasons 1 through 3 and then the movie, like, in a completely different place from, like, season 4 and 5 and such. Like, I never disliked season 4 and 5 as a kid. Like, I don't even think I consciously noticed that the show felt different. But I think I did unconsciously, and like...
Oh, I didn't notice consciously or unconsciously, and only realized that people thought there was any difference, like, years later when I saw people talking about it.
Huh.
Because as people on the stream know, I'm famously, like, not very observant, apparently.
Rip.
At it being observational. What is SpongeBob doing with his tongue? I wasn't paying enough attention.
Oh my god.
I had to pay attention to the
god.
notes.
Look at him. Oh my god.
Rank A. It was horrifying, Elfie says. Why does Patrick keep doing that with his mouth in all the cutscenes? Why did that have to be here? What? Oh, it's a picture password thing again.
Congratulations, it's picture password time.
Alright, I've had enough of this game. This one's kind of boring.
The DS version, I remember it being like a pretty straight shot platformer. Except it had like 5 playable characters. Cause like, they embraced that like, the special was just gonna throw the entire main cast in there, so they're like, well, we might as well make them all playable.
So,
and it worked out pretty well.
So we have, let's do Lights, Camera, Pants. And then we will do Revenge of the Flying Dutchman.
I'm curious to see what that looks like on Game Boy, because on consoles it was a minigame compilation, which I've heard is pretty fun, but I think I mentioned last time, I rented it as a kid.
Oh, it's that same title screen song again.
Oh wow.
It's the same one again.
I rented it as a kid, but I was disappointed, not because it was a bad game, I don't remember if it was good or not, but because it wasn't a platformer like I was expecting.
And on PC, of course, it was a point and click. Why did it have a... Why did the Game Boy Advance game have loading time? Why was there loading time there? Why does the screen massively shake when you select these options? What, like, why are you shoving the options like so hard that it like shakes everything?
See, I told you, Elena, they're carrying the torch of SpongeBob traditionally having incredibly over-the-top menus. Remember in Legend of the Lost Spatula with the loud menu sounds? I totally was setting up this bit, and it wasn't just a nice coincidence.
Why does this look like an old movie from the 60s?
I can just imagine the developers,
because it's a film-related thing.
Like, if YouTube was a thing back then, I would have said that it looks like the developers watched one video about game feel, and they're like,
desaturated,
we gotta
blurry
make
JPEG of a CRT.
We gotta make the screen shake hard every time you move the cursor.
I interpreted it as like film grain, but yeah. Who is this shark man? He was made just for this, just for Lights, Camera, Pants. He's the film guy. Booby traps? don't even pay attention to the dialogue. That's a weird drawing of SpongeBob. He looks like he looks like partial. I know he's like twisted, but it looks like he's partially removed. It's reduced SpongeBob.
Oh no!
Is what this looks like.
Reduced SpongeBob.
Whoa! Look at that.
Oh my
classic,
god! Like reduced
Oh.
Wario.
Oh dang! These are the same sprites as the movie game. For the characters. I
Oh.
wasn't paying attention. I don't know which one. I think this one came after the movie game. Also, it's very classic, like arcade font for the world selection. Oh, different animations though. Yeah, look, he's drawn the same, like shaded the same, but the animations are different.
Oh wow, that menu. Gotta say, that looks phoned in. I know you can't see what I'm talking about, unfortunately.
Was it the one? Was it the one with like the
Already
arcade
passed.
font?
I think so.
Oh, I recognize some of these assets as being alternate or like redone versions of ones from.
Wait, so is this game just a
for Bikini Bottom.
platformer?
Yep.
That raises a lot of questions.
And also, it's one of those platformers like
like,
where you switch between characters, like each character is your life. It's one of those ones where like when you get killed,
That's
you switch to a different character.
But wait, what's
Also,
the
you can
rationale behind, like, deciding that you're gonna make a game on multiple platforms, right? But it's not gonna be even close to the same game. You're just gonna call it the same thing.
These assets
I never
are from
understood
Battle for
that
Bikini
rationale.
Bottom.
But it has cool results, so...
But yeah, like each version of the game is totally
I won't
different
knock it.
based on that what you've said.
Right?
So the console version is a minigame collection. The PC version is a point and click, and then the Game Boy Advance version is a platformer.
Right. Like,
also,
what's
look,
even
here's
the
these
point of
here's
calling
these
them all the
blocks
same
again.
thing? Like, they must think it makes them more money.
Oh yeah, look at
I
these.
mean, like,
oh, yeah,
obviously
look,
the like
there's-
general theming is
there's
the
an-
same.
There's an enemy from the movie game, and there's those blocks again. Interesting that there's like through lines through all of these, at least the Vicarious
Yeah.
Visions ones. Like there's some assets from Battle for Bikini Bottom still here, and like this music is totally new though. I actually finally did like new music. The title screen sounded the same though.
I find it bizarre that Squidward is playable.
Also, this one has no running. This is as fast as you can move.
Oh no.
Also, look at that. Sandy is immune to the spikes because she's wearing the suit.
Have I talked on stream about how I feel about like when they try to make Squidward playable?
No, I don't think you
one
even
of the
told me
cool
about
things
that.
about Battle for Bikini Bottom is like even from the selection of playable characters, you can tell that the developers like understood the show and actually cared about it. Because like, you would say probably if you were asked to name the 3 most main characters of SpongeBob, you would probably say SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward, right?
Mhm.
But that's not. They had 3 playable characters, and instead of the third one being Squidward, it was Sandy, which makes sense because Squidward just wants his paycheck. He's not gonna fucking go on a journey for this shit.
Boy, this is a weird looking Squidward.
He's not motivated, so he doesn't
Why do so
work.
many? Why do so
as,
many
like,
of these
a
get the
gaming
color?
character 90,000% of the
Squidward?
time.
Yeah,
So
I
like
just want
it
to
bugs
mention.
me when a game tries to force a playable Squidward because it's
What
like,
the crunk was
who are
that
you
move
kidding?
that he
Who are you
did?
fooling? It's like when Garfield, they try to give Garfield like a movie or like a game.
Are
or
you seeing
anything.
what Squidward is doing on screen, Cassie?
Wow, look at him.
But yeah, why do so many of these things get this colors wrong for Squidward? Like I wouldn't think it would be that hard
I
to
don't
color
know.
Squidward correctly.
But it's like when they try to give Garfield like motivations. Garfield doesn't have motivations. He just wants to eat lasagna and be lazy. Like, I don't even like Garfield, but they do him dirty anyway, like in like the movies and stuff. So like Why do I think it's a good idea to try and give Squidward like playable roles in like games where that doesn't make sense?
This game is
It just
too
doesn't
slow.
make sense.
I hate that this is as fast as you can move. And now we're starting over. Okay, I've had enough of this one. That's it. That's enough of lights, camera, pants.
Oh my god.
This is the worst
I'm
one
just
so
seeing
far.
the clam trying to lick Squidward's ass.
Yes! Oh my god. Yeah, this is the worst one. I didn't like that one at all.
Yeah. It doesn't look
I
that
had a
like
lot of
fun
complaints
at all.
about it. Yeah, no. That's a bad one.
Especially because like the whole point of the game was that it was a mini game compilation, right? That was like
Uh-huh.
why it was like based on movie stuff, because it's like, okay, I guess they're making a movie, whatever. That's their excuse for it to be mini games. But what the hell is this? This doesn't even what?
Alright, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, last but not least. This one, amazingly, actually has a different title screen song. This is the one that's most
Whoa.
similar to Battle for Bikini Bottom, but it has a totally different
It's a
title theme.
revolution. Some of these Game Boy ones seem phoned in, and then some of them seem like legitimate passion project.
Oh, I like this one so far. This one seems high effort.
Yeah, it's really. I remember really enjoying it.
This is a good one. So far as I can tell. Oh, and this one actually has the good SpongeBob voice clips too. Music is similar, but it's different. They actually put more effort into making the music different in this one than some of the other ones, interestingly. He smells kelp nip. Oh, yep. In-game assets are very similar, and the sound effects are the same. Wow, look at the password for this level. B B B B B B B B. This is brrrr. Oh, I love how they made more use of that hand. Use the normal bubble to. Oh, it's the
yeah.
magic conch shell. I would have enjoyed this.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah, this seems like a natural sort of sequel to the Battle for Bikini Bottom game.
This came before it.
It really. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, this game seems better than that one, actually.
Whoa,
Like
really?
it feels improved and more high effort.
Wow. Yeah, because this is the handheld version of the very first 3D SpongeBob game, which critics didn't like.
Huh.
I'll put it at that.
They actually did a better job with this one, I will say, so far.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I first played it a few years ago, and it's really fun. The console version, though, I have nostalgia for, but I understand why people don't like it.
Oh, that's the sound effect they used for the Squidward boss battle in Battle for Bikini Bottom. This actually, yeah, the music is totally different in this one, which is interesting. I guess they made the music they made in Battle for Bikini Bottom and then just stuck with that for the rest of them.
I think I would say that the console version, I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone else. I think that's like the mood with a lot of these is like
Gary, come back! Yeah, I like this one. This one's
Battle
cute.
for Bikini Bottom, like on the consoles, is like cream of the crop, and then the rest of them are things that I like have nostalgia for. Either that, or I just appreciate them in some way.
Use the strong bubble
but,
to
like,
remove
wouldn't
enemies.
recommend them to others. Yeah, this game is. I remember it being pretty mechanically interesting, similar to the sequel they did essentially, Battle for Bikini Bottom handheld version.
This is cute.
I'm glad you like it, because I really like this one too.
I think I would have liked this one a little bit better than Battle for Bikini Bottom.
That's rad, actually.
If this is the one that I had had as a kid. The one that had come with the SpongeBob Game Boy Advance SP. It's amazing that I thought this came later. Like, I thought that this would have been the sequel to it, because it feels, like, more polished.
Right. I'm surprised you say that, because I remember playing them both.
Look at the little treasure chests. Last
and I
I'm
actually
free,
don't
I'm free.
remember them being as different as they are. I guess I was.
Wow, were you a genie? Yeah, the cutscenes in this look better too. Like better compressed images. And like the... Well, I was gonna say the frame rate is better, but no, these ones aren't animated though. I feel like they had more time and or budget with this one. And had progressively less with each consecutive game.
Yeah, potentially.
Other than the movie game
you know
seemed to have a
what?
good budget.
I think this game had like a very light multiple ending system too.
Huh.
I think I remember it being really interesting though.
Wow, that was a
I
cool little
honestly
animation. You
I
picked up
honestly
that key?
Can't really remember.
I like this. To tuck into small areas and avoid enemies. Oops. This is good stuff. I like this cute, simple little song that it's got. Also, this has a better death animation than Battle for Bikini Bottom did.
Oh, it has a different one?
Yeah. We'll get back to Battle for Bikini Bottom. Like, I don't have as much time as I thought I was going to, but we can play it for a little while.
Oh,
There'll
okay.
definitely be an episode 3 of Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Nice.
I think. I don't think I'm gonna get through all the levels. I think the jump sound effect was a little bit better in Battle for Bikini Bottom. That's the only thing I'll say. Also, I like that this is a little bit more linear.
Thank you for making me feel less insecure about nerding out instead of trying to be funny.
Aw. Yeah, I think everybody who watches enjoys that too.
Yay!
I like hearing Cassie talk about things she likes.
That makes me happy.
This is like a retrospective, Cassie, Biss says. Supposed to get through here. I just damage boost my way
This,
through there.
I only actually played like two and a half of these. So like half of these are new to me.
Yeah, all of these have been new to me.
And all of them I played in like a short marathon of playing handheld SpongeBob games a few years ago. Like, I want to say 2016? Which
Bonus
actually
game.
is more than a few.
Oh, it's this scene. This just makes me think of the caramel dancing version now. Boogie down with the jellyfish. Packin' the Power of Juju on Game Boy Advance had a game like this. Also, that flashing is a little much. How long
I
does this
don't
go on for?
remember this mini game.
Oops. Misremembered. Rusty JPEG time.
It's funny how I don't remember any of the mini games in these.
Oh, I see. This is a little bit non-linear. You can like pick things in any order. Let's go to the Krusty Krab. Oh, rock bottom first. Where's my best fry cook off to in such a hurry? Yeah, Captain. Oh, rock bottom looks totally different than it does in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Also, oh, it includes the part where it goes down the cliff. That's not in Battle for Bikini Bottom. The music is different too.
Wait, was that a chapter called Jellyfish Fields Forever?
That's cute.
What? That's a weird thing to call it.
Oh, well, it's a reference to a Beatles song.
Oh.
Strawberry Fields Forever. That's why I thought it was a cute little reference.
Oh, I loved that they have a long downward section, like
Yeah.
a drop to enter rock bottom. That's like so. That's really setting the stage. That's a good job.
They didn't have that in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Well, we might get to that stage today in Battle for Bikini Bottom.
They did a great job with this game,
I like it.
even though SpongeBob looks really weird. All the character models in this look weird. And I think I will
This game
call them
actually-
models because I think they're rotoscoped on models.
This game looks visually better than Battle for Bikini Bottom. Like the environments. Like, I feel like they must have had less time to make the Battle for Bikini Bottom one.
It's hard for me to compare because I don't remember. I have a poor memory.
Well, you'll see it in a little bit, because we'll be playing that next.
I gotta use the toilet though.
Okay. Well, I'll keep checking out this game. And when you get back, we can move on. This game I might return to at some point. I kind of like this one.
That would be awesome, actually. I would love to watch this through and reminisce.
Hold on. Don't forget you're on stream. Yeah, okay. We're good. Red key, green key, blue key? What is this, Doom? The Yoshi's Island World Select? Yeah. Boop. Wait, are those... Is he shooting eggs out of his head? Hold on, let's look at this. Yeah, he's shooting eggs out of his brain. What in the world is this? What is your problem? This is... I don't like... Yeah, I don't think I like that much myself, to be honest.
Didn't that guy shoot eggs in the show? Or, like, not shoot them, but, like, catch them? And then there was, like...
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, wasn't he the guy in line in the Advanced Darkness place?
Maybe.
Where, like, the line moves forward and SpongeBob's like, oh, well, at least the line is moving forward. And then he shoots a bunch of eggs out of his head or something. And
Yeah.
then, like, his babies get in line.
I like the different bubble types.
Yeah, that was something super interesting about this game. Like, I can't think of something like that in another game. Like, that's...
Rock Bottom looks
it's
totally
so
different
interesting
in
when a
Battle for
licensed
Bikini
game
Bottom.
actually has ideas of its own. Because I think that's one of the easiest ways when you can tell that the developers cared.
Mhm.
Because if you don't care, it's really easy to just toss existing assets onto, like, a pre-established structure and just be like, yeah, okay, we're making Mario with SpongeBob in it. Because we don't give a toss.
This game feels tougher to me, but I guess it's just because I've never played it before. I've never seen these levels before, and I didn't play it a ton when I was younger. So that would lead to that. Yeah, visually this is very appealing. I'd say this is one of the better looking ones visually. I'd say this one and the movie game are probably the best looking ones. I think I like this one a little bit better than the movie game.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Damage boosting my way through that. Oh, I might not be able to get up there anymore.
How I remember this game being so similar to the handheld battle for Bikini Bottom, because it's really not that similar, is it? Just kind of
No,
has
just
the same, like...
It has the same character assets.
Yeah.
Like the jellyfish are the same, and then all of the... Like SpongeBob's the same, and all the NPCs are the same.
Yeah. And he's got the same glide.
Uh-huh. And he blows bubbles. And also sound effects are the same. So it's just all of like the superficial parts of it are the same. But then, well, not even that, because like the environments are different.
Right.
And when you blow up those things, you really blow them up. Oh, it is a little... I guess the levels aren't that linear, either, that I'm getting here. They're definitely still exploration-based.
Why on earth did they decide to make... like, why did they decide to rotoscope, like, cartoon characters? Like, from 3D models? Like,
no.
That doesn't make sense. Like, they did that in SuperSponge, too.
Yeah.
Like, is it just because 3D games were, like, big at the time?
Well, yeah, I guess that was,
And they're
well,
like,
yeah.
oh, we can make it a little 3D, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Any
why,
amount
that's,
of 3D
well, yeah.
equals good.
That was kind of the thing at the time, was trying to squish 3D games onto the Game Boy Advance in some way. When SpongeBob turns to face the camera, he looks more like he usually does.
Yeah, that could be it, Viz. Because they are pretty, like,
It's that guy.
do I want to say, like, volumetric? Like, the characters don't... The SpongeBob characters really look like, 3D.
Yeah.
Like, they don't... Like,
Oh,
for
those
instance,
teleporters
Fairly
are in
Odd
Battle for
Parents
Bikini
characters,
Bottom.
Those don't rotate well. Like SpongeBob
Or Phineas
characters?
and Ferb.
Yeah, those don't rotate so well either.
Front
Like,
Ferb.
is volumetric the right word? I don't know.
Or Front Phineas. I mean, like Front Manny.
But I definitely don't struggle to imagine rotating them in my head, basically.
Or Front Simpsons characters.
Although, if you look at the new movie coming up, that's 3D animated, which looks gorgeous, by the way, you can see that they did a little bit of cheating in some places, mostly characters' mouths, to make things still look a little 2D. So, I definitely think that some things in the show, like, look 2D. Like, most of the characters' mouths, honestly.
Guess it doesn't float all the way up there. Well, it has to. There's no other way to go. What? It pops right before you get up there. Head on Marge Simpson.png. I'm not clicking
Can
that
you
link.
blow bubbles upward and jump off of them?
Well, I wouldn't be able to get onto it if I blow it up. The strong bubble. The strubble. Ah! Can't get up there. How do I get up there? Ah, now I do that. Do it that way. Doing things the hard way. Nope. Some of this is a little awkward feeling. Slightly awkward movements. Normal bubble. Normal bubbles, Mr. Freeman. I don't know why I said that, but... I'm probably gonna end this before we get to the end of this level. Oh, or maybe not, there's the last key. In this one it's keys instead of golden spatulas. And also it's...
Golden
well, I guess it is pretty
spatulas.
linear, actually. I haven't had to backtrack or anything. I also haven't gotten
like
all
your
the
spatulas?
coins, though. Do I like the spatula?
Yeah.
Can I interest you in a little spatula? There we go. Cassie's chewing on my stream.
Yeah, I'm having candy.
Candy eating baby.
I'm the candy eating baby.
Now what?
Hey Lena, how does it feel to be the Spatula girlfriend?
I don't know about that.
You don't want to be the Spatula girlfriend?
I'm pretty sure I don't, yeah. So it's amusing to me that there's like more than one road that goes straight up here. There are multiple straight up and down roads. Boop. Boop. An anchor. Golden anchor from rock bottom.
I wonder if Rock Bottom ever showed up again
Urchin to
outside
fight?
the episode it debuted in.
Let me look at this real quick. Deliver this Krusty Krab pizza for me. Oh, there was
It
like a
seems
little
like the
animation
kinda
for
thing
Mr.
they would
Krabs
do.
there.
Because they've been doing a lot of fan service in the recent seasons.
Why do the images in this look so much better than Battle for Bikini Bottom if this game is earlier than Battle for Bikini Bottom? And it must have been like time constraints. So this is totally different music and a totally different environment. Like dang, this game is so much cooler.
Honestly,
Whoa,
I'm
look at
thankful
that.
that the recent fan service hasn't been like too egregious. It mostly feels pretty natural when they do it.
I don't even like seems like a new environment that was made just for this. I don't remember this ever from the show.
Dingus Canyon.
Yeah, it's like a desert. Somehow an underwater desert. Cool.
Yeah, this like for instance, one thing they did, I think the most obviously fan servicey thing they did was they did
We're gonna save
another
that.
episode with Doodle Bob. But to me, it looked like what it read like was they wanted to do an episode where it involves like a dimension where they can sort of like doodle anything, and then just have fun with the way that animates and like the creativity they can do with that. And then they were like, oh hey, that's Doodlebob, right? Like that reminds me of Doodlebob. Why don't we bring him back? Like it seems like rather than trying to be like, okay, we're gonna force this character from a previous episode into another episode, they're like, hey, this dude fits naturally here. Let's toss him in. You know what I mean?
All right, so I'm going to get set up, or well, I'm gonna stop the stream for a second, and then I'm just gonna set the title to be Battle for Bikini Bottom, and I will announce that we're switching to Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Okay.
So I'll be back in like 1 minute.
To mention before that,
Uh-huh.
is they also brought back Bubble Bass as a recurring supporting character.
Oh.
Yeah.
I prefer
And
that
he's
to
kind
them
of
making. I prefer that to them making brand new characters. To be honest, especially because
like
I remember
both.
seeing people complaining about some of the new characters that they made in the seasons that people didn't like.
Do you mean like
Like
new
the cat
recurring
one?
characters? Because I can't think of any of those.
Oh,
Oh, well, he was in one episode. I didn't really like that episode, but at least he didn't stick around.
I remember that was. I remember that people, when that was new, people brought that up as like the worst episode of SpongeBob that they had ever made. People hated that one.
I don't know. I don't know if I would call it the worst. It wasn't that fun though. Just kinda
Yeah,
lame.
people called the one with the cat the worst one.
Oh wait, I'm trying not to use that word. I'll say boring instead.
But yeah. We shall switch over to Battle for Bikini Bottom now. Also, I want to come back to this just so I can see what is that snowman-looking thing. Let me put this back up on the screen for a second. What is that thing on the right? I want to play this more so I can find out what the heck that is. All right, so I'll do that, and we'll be back in a minute. So sit tight, everybody. We'll be right back.